Good morning, everybody. Me and Peanut are ready to head off to the treasure place. We'll go see what we can find. Are you excited, Peanut? Peanut's excited. We'll show you when we get there what we find. All right, we're here. It's raining, so obviously we're gonna turn around and go back to the couch. Right, Peanut? Peanut says no. We gotta get the bones. We need to get some bones, okay? Poor dog. Yeah, I'm gonna head out here, and I have the luxury of time now. I'm not on my lunch. I don't have to race through here, so that'll be cool. I get to pre-walk the yard and then go back and film everything. I wanted to take the opportunity to ask you guys, what kind of content do you like to see? What kind of content do you want to see? This is not the opportunity for you to say, I'd like you to show me what all I need to put an LS in my 1981 El Camino and nothing else. I'm not going to hold your hand like that, but if there's some more stuff that you would like to see, you know, more junkyard content or more engines running on the ground or more Toyota content, nobody wants to see more Toyota content. The analytics don't lie. But whatever you guys want to see more of, let me know, because I have all the time in the world to make it now. So I'm going to head out here, see what I can find. Peanut's going to stay here and guard the truck. Looks like that's news to him. But I'll be back. All right, so finally we're out here. It's Monday. I'm like the only one here. It's the happiest day of my life. Everybody else is at work. I'm out having fun in the junkyard. Somebody pulled this exploder motor. Oh no, they just took all the good stuff. That is a lot of effort. Kudos to you, mystery man. Those GT40P heads are very, very similar to GT40 heads. The intake's very similar to what they used to call the Cobra intake. You used to be able to just buy this stuff, but you know, time marches on. But yeah, if you have a Fox body, that was a hot setup. We got a 6-lug van here. Call 1-800-Hansons. What do we got? 2012 4.3. It's like the height of expectation to the depths of despair, all in one little tag. I've not walked this side of the yard. I assume that this side of the yard hasn't changed, but I don't know that. If you didn't know, the Buick Rainier is a Chevy Trailblazer, but when you look in the luxury models, you're a lot more likely to find a V8. But not this time. That is an absolutely giant fan. I'm on the lookout for a fan for my Toyota. I don't think that I'm going to find one in the yard that's thin enough, but you never know. I did snag a filter, and there is some other interesting stuff. There's my friend the Dodge. Chevy Blazer. There's like 3 Hemis out here right now too. I'm sure they're all bad, because that's why they land here. Look, what do we got here? A Hemi. See? There's a bunch of Gen 3 Hemis out here. For the longest time, these were like my go-to cheap wheeler, but they got in Michigan, they got all rotted out. I would have one of these right now. I would have just went south and bought one. I love Grand Cherokees because they're big and I easily fit in them, and all you have to do is put the front springs in the back and you get like a 3-inch lift. You just find some 3-inch TJ lift springs. They come with a 4-liter or the V8. You can't go wrong either way. The transfer cases and the transmissions kind of suck. It looks like this one Was this one two-wheel drive? I don't know. Usually they have the full-time transfer case or the part-time full-time, and both aren't really the hot setup for wheeling, but they're easy to swap. There's plenty of XJs in every junk. Speaking of, plenty of XJs in every junkyard ever. So last time I was out here, see, there's another one. In Michigan, they all rotted away, and that's a bummer. Last time I was out here, there was a bunch of 8.8s, which there's one. I would pull these and sell them, but not a huge market for them, weirdly. D4, I think that's a 373. If it has a letter, it's a limited slip. So I don't have an 8.8, but lots of people do. Lots of people want them. I'm gonna mosey over here to the car section, I think, and see what I can see over here. Cars are a lot more likely to have skinny fans and stuff like that. I think, is this one of the ones with the stupid battery in the, nope. All these, what are these stupid things? L series. All of these L series cars have the batteries in the trunk, if you can get into the trunk. Which means that they have a billion-yard long cable. S Group Automotive. Thanks, S Group, for your lovely package tray, or load for, and it'll lay on in the mud. But yeah, if you want to go to the effort, you can definitely pull 15 feet of cable pretty easily from one of those. The old CTS. See, I always see these in the junkyard, but I never see them for, like, I'd buy one for 400 bucks. I've talked about that many times. I never see them for 400 bucks. And I think that that's what happens with people. Like, I think that people lose their damn minds, put stuff up for sale for way, you know, I see them for 1,500 bucks and they don't run. Well, then they sit around for long enough and they wind up selling them to U-Pull for scrap price. Brilliant. I don't know what happened here, but it definitely ran to the scene. Man, this is I hope these folks walked away. Jeez, that's rough. If you can find one of these, there's a Grand Prix, if you didn't notice, the Series 3 or 2, I don't know, Series 3 V6. If you can find one with a supercharger, those are 36-pound injectors. The problem is you gotta find two with a supercharger. That's why I don't ever go looking for them. T-tops. Man, everybody likes F bodies, I think. I don't think that's a real mystery. Where do you go? Sadness, 3,800. Nothing breaks your heart like a V6 pony car. Although they sell more of them than anything else, so. The sad fate of most Monte Carlo SS's. Well, I guess it's not sad. I'm not sad. I don't care. Smash them. Let's see what else we can find here. Oh, another NA 3.8. I really thought long and hard about putting a 3.8 in the Toyota. There were many things that were candidates, like serious candidates for the Toyota, and the 3.8 was right up there. The easiest thing would have been a 4.3 Chevy V6, in my opinion. That's not good. That's not good. Ew. What is this? Oh, it's a 4.1. This is the most ass backwards engine ever. Iron heads, aluminum block. All they did was shit head gaskets. My grandma had an Eldorado, and the thing was in the shop. I remember losing her mind. It was just constantly in the shop. Like she bought it brand new. That's who my grandma was. Eldorado every 2 years. Oh, 3rd gen. I really like 3rd gens. My first car was a 3rd gen Camaro. See, where were you at? Where were you at? Oh, it's pretty crunchy. Looks like somebody snatched the old 350 4-bolt, man. Boy, I tell you what, this sumbitch she shouldn't get. 82. It's an earlier one too. Comp TAs. This is the kind of shit that makes me wish I had 15s on Darrow. I'd love to have some Comp TAs, Cooper Cobras. I was more of a Comp TA man myself. Just meander over here into the Land of Misfit Toys, the import section. What on earth is this? It's a V8 too. What happened here? Is this a Toyota? It's a Saab. What the shit? I think these are 6 liters. No, it's a 5.3. Somebody took the heads and the good intake and left the rest. I might come back and get that though. Oh, no, I guess I won't. I guess I'll leave that one here for the junkyard guys. That is a dirty trick hiding a Saab over here. This is another Trailblazer. Wah, wah, wah. I still constantly look for TDI cars, even though, here's one, haha. Even though the swap of my 4Runner is almost done, I'd love to have another 4Runner. What year is this? 03. This is the newer one. That's more complicated, the BEW. It's still cool. Still be a fun time. I guess when the valves let go on those, they're just, that's it. That's all she wrote. French toast. Put a fork in her. Land Rover. Somebody asked me what happened to my Land Rover, and I'm like, I never had one. I wanted one, but I never had one. I think that some of these Land Rovers had rear lockers, but not this one. Or this is a Xterra, sorry. I almost bought one of these years ago, and I was fixated on the wrong things, and I decided that I just couldn't have one that didn't have the supercharger. This one must have had the supercharger because it says pull motor then set right on the side of it, which is uncommon around me. A lot of people say stuff like, oh, around me they pull them before they get to the yard, and that's probably not true. You're probably just way too slow. But you know, you're just a stupid gas engine. But sometimes they do pull them before they get to the yard. We got, I bet this was another TDI. Yep. Yeah, because these ones sit in like the normal way, front rear. I was disappointed to find out, speaking of Land Rovers again, sorry, shifting gears back, that I'd always known that these are aluminum bodies. I don't know why everybody freaks out about the F-150, but I didn't know that everything underneath them still steel and rots out. So I went to look at one, and like you could literally put your arm through the floor, like that meme of the dude unlocking his Jeep for himself. Let's see what else we got here. Quit raining. That's nice. I wish I knew more about import cars. I would know if this has a V8 and if it's rear wheel drive by the number on it, but I don't know anything. 3UZFE, I think that this is the V8. These are pretty popular Toyota swaps. I think this is the better one too. But you see how wide this is? That's why I never really considered it for my 4Runner, because it just tapes so much space up. Had an timing belt done at 89,000. I bet you it's got 350 on it now. Oh, it's all digital because it's a Lexus and fancy. But yeah, that might potentially be a good candidate for Toyota swap or some other swap. Put one in a C10. Put one in a D100. Put one in an F100. 3.0. I think this was a TDI too. I don't know. I don't know anything. Not when it comes to imports. Very clueless. X3. Oh. Unleaded premium only. Sounds fun. Oh man, you guys are probably tired of looking at imports. I'm not. What's this little truck thing that they snuck in here? See, they kind of do stuff willy-nilly. Like, I think this is a Nissan. There's also, oh, it's a Toyota 22RE. Can't kill them, and yet here we are. So yeah, this is the Toyota. There's Toyotas over there. So why is this one over here? Who knows? I don't miss you at all, 22RE. Clutch start cancel. Apparently, without too much effort, this is a pretty nice seat. Apparently, without too much effort, that dash will fit in my truck, my 4Runner. I'm sure that seat probably would too. It might be okay to have a bench. I don't know. The problem with having a bench is that I'm so tall, and literally everybody else is so short. This is a really compact little fan and radiator deal. What is this thing? What are you, thing? A Yaris? Yaris! Here's a 4Runner, another one, with a 3400. 3400. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, they must have had a locker. Somebody got it. Yep. Switch panel's gone. What do we got for codes? A03. I think that this one not only had a locker, was probably the same gear ratio. So I missed out opportunity there. But again, I'm not looking for, they're crafty. They're really crafty. You can make some money pulling 3.4 liters though and selling them to Toyota guys. I mean, those guys are paying $1,000 for a complete swap. So the problem is, I don't know why that one's there, and I think that those have timing belts, and when they let loose, it's all she wrote. That one's got Duralast box on it. It's a little weird for the junkyard, right? hopefully you guys are still with me here. This is a pretty long video for me, but I have all the time in the world, so that's kind of nice. There's a lovely shitty Y plate. This side was all new when I came through. Another Gen 3 Hemi, probably ate itself, but there's like 6 of them out here. You can make one if you really want to do. That one's cool because it's another Gen 3 Hemi. Somebody told me that if the water pump wobbles, that's how you know. This water pump seems to be seized completely up. Oh, it's got a belt on it. Stupid. Oh, it doesn't wobble. Cherokee Sport. This is an old one. Jeep Corporation. What year are you, guy? This is an early XJ. Still got the vents, so it's pre-95. When they went from the 2.8 to the 4-liter, these never got the 4.2. They got the old GM 2.8. They changed the firewall back there to accommodate it. So like you'll often find these in 2.8 flavor for like dirt cheap, and that's because you can't find a 2.8 worth of crap, and you can't just throw a 4-liter in it. You'd have to do something much more complex. S10 Safari. This is all-wheel drive. It is an all-wheel drive. I had a brief fascination with the idea of getting one of these and lifting it and putting wall terrains on it, but my wife is absolutely adamant that we can't have a van. It's kind of annoying. I'm pretty sure this truck's a 3.4 also, because it doesn't have a V8. Emblem in the grill. Yep, 3.4. I said these are pretty easy, $1,000 on the Facebook groups. This one's 2-wheel drive. It's kind of a bummer, but it's an auto. I don't know how that changes the swap. This is a real treasure right here. This is an LQ4 2-wheel drive 4L80. Somebody's already started robbing stuff off of it, but that's okay because look, there's one right there. So you get a manifold. Actually, the manifold they robbed is the one that you would need to take off to do a turbo. I might come back and get this one. I haven't decided yet. If I do decide, it'll be after you guys see this video. But yeah, LQ4 2-wheel drive 4L80. She's got all the stuff. I already took like $800 worth of stuff out of here for 125 bucks. So just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna show you guys the RPO. What do we got? Blah blah blah. KKK LQ4 MT1. She's and it ran to the scene of the crash. So I'm highly motivated to come back and pull this shit, especially since the hoist is right there too. I don't even have to wheel it that far. But I'll think about it. We'll talk with the wife. It definitely ran into the scene of the crime though, so she was good to go. Somebody pulled the cluster. Whatever. How many miles are on that? It'll be 150 when I put it up for sale. No, I'm just kidding. I don't do that. I'm not that effed up. But that's whenever I sell an engine, I get a million people like, how many miles are on? I'm like, I don't know. It runs. It came from the junkyard. What more do you want? All right, the rain's picking back up. I feel like this is already a 30-minute video, but hopefully you guys enjoyed. I can definitely get up to some mischief out here now that I have time. Just like time at last. Time at last. Thank God Almighty I have time at last. So thanks for watching, guys, and be sure to like and subscribe. Like I said earlier, way earlier, let me know what kind of content you want to see. I don't know if I'll do it, but you know, I'll listen at least. So thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.